Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome back to another video. It has been some time, and I know I do this from time to time. At this point, all I can do is beg for your forgiveness, so to speak. You're gonna have to be patient with me. We had quite an eventful about 10 days from about the early 21st of May to about June 1st, so about 10 days. We had a freak storm up here that apparently I slept through. I mean, I woke up and I saw it, I looked out the window, and I was like, oh, whatever, it's raining, a little windy, no big deal. Went to sleep and woke up to pitch darkness. Needless to say, the power is out for about 5 days, and the Wi-Fi was out for 10. It's pretty eventful. It was interesting going about 5 days without losing power, losing the power bank, which is my computer, my phone dying. But hey, we survive and we thrive. So yeah, that's a quick update of what's happened over the last month-ish that I've been gone. So be patient with me. I know I've tested your patience for a while, but it is what it is. So today I'm back to talk to you guys about just life in general, something that I've had some time to reflect on when everything was down, and it's how we as humans, we're constantly running in life, constantly. It's one of those things where you don't stop to catch a breath until it's too late. And it's one of those things where I feel like we just need to sit down and think about it. We need to think about our lives, think about where we're headed, so as not to be in this rush where you're trying to run in multiple different directions all at once, try to do multiple different things, and ultimately things don't really work out, or they don't work out the way they're supposed to. So this time that I had where I was pretty much disconnected from the world, so to speak, the data on my phone almost ran out. I had some time to just sit around and just really think about, life in general, where we're headed, what we're doing. And one of the things you realize is we always get caught up in the moment. We always get caught up in the moment. It's one of those things where you don't stop to smell the roses, so to speak, or see the views or whatever. And is that what really life is all about? Just rushing through things, trying to do one thing to another. So take your time in life, work towards something. I'm not saying take your time and slack off and be lazy. Absolutely not. No. In that case, you're, I guess, running in the other direction, not even in a positive direction. But I would say take your time and just start working towards something, one step after the other, and eventually you'll get there. Don't worry about the time frame. Don't worry about looking at other people around you. Oh, well, they're doing this, they're doing that. Well, I should be doing this. You can't compare yourself to other people. It's like chasing your tail. You're gonna be chasing your tail forever, and when you catch it, you're gonna be like, what the hell am I doing? So just stay in your lane, focus on yourself, and the worst thing you can do is compare yourself to other people. Don't do that. Take life in strides, not sprints, depending on your situation. Just take it easy. You can accomplish more by stopping and thinking and mapping things out, as opposed to just rushing through things. And I feel like one of the reasons that we rush and are constantly running in life is that we lack direction and we're trying to figure it out. So how do you figure out your direction? Well, you stop running in random directions, first of all. Second of all, you take a step back, you think about what you want in life, you list things out, and then you just take it bit by bit. Like I said previously in this video and in other videos, as long as you have one foot in front of the other, you'll get there. What is it, the journey of 1,000 miles started with one step? Well, technically that's true. You have to start somewhere. And eventually, one step after the other, you finish the 1,000 miles. Don't wear yourself out in life. It is not worth it. One thing that I do want to bring up is a few weeks ago, I was walking around, and in this area over here, there was a cemetery. And I remember, so I stayed outside of it. I was just looking at the gravestones that were like close to the fence. And like I've seen like gravestones from the 1800s, like around the early 1800s. Like how insane is that? Oh, damn near 200 years ago, like from when that person was born. And one of the things I realized when I was, crunching the numbers is this person who was born in the 1800s and died in the 1800s. Let's say, for example, they lived about, let's say 70 years. Let's say from early 1800s to 1810, somewhere on there, to actually, no, yeah, around there to around like the late 1860s, early 1870s, depending on that time frame. But person somewhere in their 70s, but we'll round down and say 70. They walked this earth for 70 solid years in their time. But how long has it been since the 1870s? Crunch the numbers, roughly 150 years. And that's, again, this is with rounding, we're not working with exact numbers here. Around 150 years since the 1870s. So when you think about it, you're like, well, this person was, hey guys, sorry about that. Apparently my phone got full halfway through me recording this video. But anyways, to avoid having it get full again before I finish this video, basically what I was saying was, so the person's essentially, that I was talking about in the graveyard from like the 1800s, they were around on this earth for about 70 years. But how long have they been underground for in our, like, compared to our time period right now? About 150 years. So they've walked this earth for 70 years, spent twice that time underground, and then some. How mind-boggling is that? And yet we still commit our lives to running around aimlessly, stressing out over things that, quite frankly, don't deserve that stress. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to spend way more time underground than above ground. So that was also an enlightening experience, to think about. And yeah, I believe that is it on my end for this video. But it's really something to think about. Take life one step at a time. Commit to doing the best that you can, because that's all you can control. You don't want to be old and look back at your life and be like, well, I didn't do what I could. That's the gist of it. So with that, I will leave you with the following parting words. If you're not making waves, you're drowning in them. Make of that as you wish, and take care.